Hey guys, DJ Wonder Chrissy back at it here today. It's Friday. It's been raining for like the last 3 days, on and off. This is the first morning we haven't had rain in several days. So glad you could join us. Today we're going to talk about yesterday. Yesterday we took delivery of a new refrigerator freezer for our basement. Not a big deal, right? We had an old Whirlpool. It lasted 5 years, 5.5 years, and it went out. It wasn't freezing, so we went to our favorite electronics and appliance store here in Chicago. If you guys aren't from Chicago, you probably don't know about ABT, pronounced as apt. It's a family-run appliance and electronics store, and they even have branched out into high-end luxury watches. They have an Apple store. They sell that Toomey luggage. They sell high-end watches. They sell like board or games like for your basement, the foosball and all sorts of stuff like that, ping pong and high-end pool tables. But they're known for their electronics. They got oodles and oodles of TVs, any size, any make you can think of, and appliances. They started out as a family-run place in 1936. They started in the Logan Square area of Chicago, and then once they moved out of that, because the business has just been growing and growing, and this is growing to this day, according to the guys we talked to yesterday. One of them, his name was Evan. Spent some time with Evan, our delivery guy, for quite a bit, talking to him about the business and how things are going. But right now they're located in Glenview. They used to be in Morton Grove. They're in Glenview. They've already expanded once or twice in Glenview. I think he said they had like 75 acres of land in Glenview. They have 300 delivery trucks. Imagine that, 300. And they make about 2,500 deliveries a day. And I think that's 6 days a week at least. They go to Madison, Wisconsin. They go to Indianapolis. He even told me that he had done a delivery in Lansing, Michigan at one point. He said they had two refrigerator and stove that were $10,000 a piece. The delivery charge was $1,000, and they had to have 3 guys go on the delivery all the way over to Lansing, Michigan, because the stuff was so heavy in order to get it in. So customer service is their name. If you go to their Chicago store, they've got pictures of celebrities that they've sold stuff to. He mentioned he had done a delivery for David Schwimmer here in Chicago. So a lot of sports professionals get their stuff there. They sell, like I said, they sell everything. They sell high-end. And like I said, they got 300 trucks. He says they have their own. They have 6 mechanics, so they do all their own repairs on the fleet. And he says because like his route, he says they get a new truck every 2 years. He says he puts about 75,000 miles a year on his truck, and after 2 years, they usually move them to a route that is more local. So if it never does break down, they don't have as far to bring it back in house to fix it. They also do their own recycling, which I didn't realize. So what they do is they have a auto compactor, a crusher that will do cars, I guess. So what they do is they break down all the appliances and stuff and take out all the copper, and then like any of the bodies of the refrigerators and stuff that's left over, that once they've pillaged it, they put them through this auto compactor, and it crushes it, and then they load it up on the trucks and send it off on its way. Same things for cardboard. They compact the cardboard, they wrap it, they get rid of that. He says even styrofoam, because there's a lot of styrofoam in appliance shipping. He says they have a machine that compresses all the styrofoam down to as small as they can get it, and they bundle that and they send it on its way too. So they run their own recycling plant there, and I think I saw on their website you can actually take your electronics there, like your TVs and stuff, and they'll take them from you free of charge, I think. So check that out. They're over on Milwaukee Avenue in Glenview, just adjacent to 294, just south of Willow Road in Glenview, folks. So that's ABT. I'll give you some shots of our new refrigerator. We had to go with the stainless steel model. We got a GE because we weren't happy with the Whirlpool and dying on us in 5 years. So we went with the GE, but they didn't have the basement model, which is your normal white exterior. So we had to pay some more to get the stainless steel, which at this point I just want something that's going to freeze my food. So speaking of ABT and Glenview, Susie-Q used to live in Glenview, so let's bring her in, see what she has to say about the new refrigerator.
Oh yeah, I grew up in Glenview, and Apt was always a go-to place. Always growing up, even my parents grew up in Chicago, in the city. So I have a feeling that maybe they even knew about it when it was in Chicago. So even at the first suburban location in Morton Grove, when I was a little kid, we would always go to Apt to get all our appliances. So we're still doing that to this day. And like Chris said, it's really grown. It's a huge fun place to go. 2,000
employees. What else did he tell me? They just expanded. They have what was it? 30,000 square feet of display space, I believe, maybe more. But what was it? Their warehouse is over close to 500,000 square feet of warehouse space, which is, I think it was 300,000 square feet of display space that they have, and like 500 warehouse. So this is like astronomical numbers. He says they just get truckloads after truckloads in every week of merchandise. They just can't buy it fast enough. I know we don't buy appliances that often, but we've bought refrigerators there, washers, dryers. We bought a TV there last year. Dishwasher. I think we're on our second dishwasher from them. And the same thing with refrigerators. And it's not a knock on them, but when you talk to these guys, they say refrigerators at best will last 10 years now. And same thing with ranges, electric and gas ranges. They just don't engineer these appliances to last very long. Our first refrigerator that we had was an Amana, and it lasted us 20 years, and it was working when we got rid of it. It was just starting to get dingy and dark because it was white, and we knew it was on borrowed time, so we decided to get rid of it. But that was 20 years ago.
And our washer and dryer, I think we got from Apt, and we're still on the original washer, over 30 years old.
Yeah.
We've gone through, we're on our third clothes dryer, so the dryers don't last that long, but our washer is still going.
And when we bought our first appliances there, when we moved into this house, it was a brand new house, and we ordered a real large and deep refrigerator, and when they came out and they put it in and we looked at it and we said, No, that's not gonna work. It's much too.
It's stuck out.
Yeah, it's too big. It's way too big. We can't. You know, we'd have to like you run into it every time you walk through the kitchen. So they actually took it back, free of charge, and brought out a smaller one for us, free of charge. Free of charge. Now that's customer service.
Less than a week, but a couple of days to a week.
Couple of days they came back out, gave us a new one which was smaller, and it looked much better. And you know, we had it for, I think that was the one we had for 20 years. So it's a great store for service. It's
customer service.
Located in Glenview, and it's a great place. They have they make cookies on Saturdays.
I was going to say that's a fun fact. If you go on Saturdays, probably Saturday mornings, you can if you walk toward the back of the store, where they have kitchens set up where you can see.
Yeah, they got the high-end display kitchens.
They make cookies on Saturday morning, and you could smell them, chocolate chip cookies. Well, they used to. I don't know if they still do. I hope they still do.
Yeah, and I was reading they even have, it wasn't working when we were there, they have like a water fountain that's similar to the Bellagio with the water cannons and stuff inside. And also they have, I forget how many gallon salt fish tank in the showroom. They got all these, saltwater fish and weird colors and stuff you can see. So it's a great destination just to walk around, and they sell a lot of the high-end stuff. They sell the Mealy and Sub-Zero and Wolf appliances, and then also the normal stuff, the Bosch, the
if you're looking
GE.
for a TV, it's a fun place to go because they have it set up, with a TV section with huge couches, almost like a little sports bar you're going into.
And I'm willing to bet that they have the biggest TV that you can get, whatever that is. They probably got those ones where they connect together and stuff, and you can put them on the
commercial kind.
Yeah, the commercial stuff. They do all that stuff. They got control panels, so you can like integrate all your audio equipment and stuff. I think they do car audio also and installs. It's an amazing place, so check it out.
And if you buy more than one appliance at a time, they'll barter with you and reduce the price. So if you buy multiple items,
and they will meet advertised specials. The guys told me to this day, if you've got a price from somewhere else, they'll match it. So they got a match guarantee. So that's all we have. We're going to end this video here. We are ABT satisfied customers. That's DJ Wonder, Chrissy, and Susie Q. Say goodbye.
Bye.